Hi guys, this is my YouTube channel. I am new to it. Um, tell you a little bit about myself because you'll enjoy my stories. It'll keep you coming back. It'll be positive. It'll be fun felt. It'll be heartfelt. It'll be something y'all can all relate, even though it's funny. But I have some serious stuff. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. My channel, Single Mom Confessions. Everything about my life. I've been told I should always do something, get a show, do something, because how I think and how I'm funny and how I'm just compassionate. I have 2 kids. They are my world, my son and my daughter. I would do anything for them. I love them. So single moms out there, woo! And I am a ganja mom too. So, but anyway, so one thing I wanted to touch bases on. I'm a single mom. I have 2 kids. I work. I have my own place, my own vehicle. I never rely on a man for anything because at the end of the day, they're gonna do what they want. So what you do is keep it sweet, simple with them, use them for what they got, and keep it the fuck moving, period. But I like to be with my kids. Like, that's something I love to do. And this channel, I just want to hear some stories from single moms and how we can impact each other, how we can make something bigger. Because I've dealt with domestic violence and I've dealt with verbal abuse. So it's a lot. And the mental, both of them are still horrible, to be hit or mentally talked to crazy. But I think the mental for me was probably the breaking point. So I just wanted to touch on things like that. My first video, I hope I could take off and be that voice, even more voices to help single moms, women that are going through stuff. It's just a lot, and it's a lot to deal with when it's one person, but you got to remember to put them kids first. Like, that's all you got to do. So yeah. So today I'll talk about my first kid's father, little cuckoo. So yeah, it was we were young, we were in college. It happened really fast. So at that time, he still went to college, but I left college and I came back to take care of my son. So we only knew each other. We didn't even know each other for a year before I got pregnant. So it was really hard. New baby, then figuring out how we are, who we are, because it happened so fast. So that was maybe the most volatile relationship I've ever had in my life. I've never been talked to that way, and at a point it made me feel like how he was talking to me and how I wasn't allowed to really go out, talk to my friends, hang out, do normal stuff, get my hair done. I would have to stay in the house. I would think that that's love. But then on one hand, you're calling me all type of nasty names. Nasty. I mean, degrading. I'll get into it about another video. But I'm 30, just turned 30. I've never been talked to that way in my life, ever. And it was a crazy ride, but I got off the roller coaster, and I'm so glad I got off when I did, because I really don't know where I would be, and my kids are my everything, and I don't want to be not there for them and growing up. So I got out of that relationship quick. I mean, it was a nightmare, and I'm healthy looking. Like, if I stand up, I'm healthy looking. You've seen the pictures in the beginning. I was like 115 then, because that's how stressed out I was. Not being able to be myself or communicate. Don't ever let no man. And once that point for me hit, that I'm not going to let no man tell me what to do, control me with money, make me feel like I can't be who I am, let him go. Even if it's your kid's father, let him go. Because you know what? You are a strong woman and you can do anything. When I had 2 kids, I got 2 kids. And I hold it down. And it's just really the mind strength that you would have to do that. It is tough. It is. But I would not keep a man around me just to help me with my kids, because if he's mentally and verbally and physically abusive, it's time to go. And I couldn't do it. All the money he would be buying me, jewelry, everything, cash, loads of cash. And I said, you know what? Is it worth it? No. It's nice. It's nice when you're young and you're getting all that, but when you have a kid, your whole mindset changes. And it changes in a good way, but it changes. And you get in a mindset of, you need to protect your kids by all means necessary. And anything that's iffy around your kids, you got to get it off. Doesn't matter if it's dad or not, you got to get it off, because it will eat you alive. And I finally realized that. And I finally read with my daughter's dad, that was just a whole shit show. But we are handling that another way. I'm not with either, so, and I will, neither. And it's hard because my boy, he's a mama boy. He loves me, so he's good to go, you know. I won't speak of where his dad is. My daughter, she loves her dad, and you know, I can't. We do what's best for her, and you know, it's hard. And I started to realize that when I realized my daughter really she loves her dad. So you gotta think, let's just do it for the kids. And that's really, really what it is with that one. But I love to talk. I love to get, I'm not shy. I can go around anybody and I'm gonna act the same. I'm always A1. And that's what you're gonna realize about me when you start listening to all my stuff. Stay tuned, because more is gonna come, and I promise you, it's gonna change your life. Just listening to some of my stories, because I'm about to do another part 2. For real. I'm gonna put my subscribe. Send it to whoever, just subscribe. I'm gonna put my Instagram on there, my YouTube. I should get a TikTok, because I have a lot of funny stuff that happens. People don't even believe what be happening. So, like, subscribe, share, anything. And I'm about to do a part 2. So stay tuned. Bye, y'all. Okay, so this is I did the little intro. And so I'm going to get to one of my stories, because it will take you there. So, with my son's dad, a first story. I'm going to give it to you raw. So, at a time, I was supposed to be doing his hair, okay? So, his homeboy was in the other room playing little video games. So, I guess he tried to tell me how to do it or something, but I was saying I knew how. We already went over that. And I guess he said I was flirting. Okay. So anyways, that turned to a shit show. So, at the time my son was little, he was in the pack and play. And he yelled down the hall to his homeboy, and excuse my French, but do you want your dick sucked by this bitch? I lost it. I had these big, long, green nails. And it was black. It was black everywhere. And I don't support domestic violence. I don't. But it gets to a point in people's life, you let somebody talk to you like that, man, they think you a sucker for the rest of your life. And that's never that. Nothing over here. And can't nobody talk to me crazy. And that was the first, when it just went down like that type of talking. And for me to have allowed it for so many years. That was my first boy. I was 21. I was young. And it got worse. That statement I just said, that wasn't even something the craziest he said to me. So you could just only imagine. You feel me? So it was everything was a blur after that. I don't know. Said his jaw was sore, hurting the next morning because I got him good. But I don't really know any human being that would stay in there. And yes, it would, like I said, I don't support domestic violence. But you just gotta, you can't let nobody punk you like that. I mean, it was disgraceful. It was disgusting. I started to not value myself, but you know what? When you boss up and you could do that shit on your own, it gets to a whole nother level where you don't need nobody and nobody's gonna talk to you crazy. So just everyone out there, do not let nobody talk to you crazy, because I went like off. I went off on it. And I hate to say it, my son was a little guy screaming a little pack of play, but it just triggers in your mind to go to another place, because that's crazy talk. That's wild. And your child's mother at that. So I just want to know what some people would do. What would you suggest, or what would you have done in that situation? I will comment, review, like back. Like I said, like, subscribe, Instagram. I should do a TikTok with all my crazy stories I got. But like, what are your questions? What are your responses if somebody did that to you? Would you stand there, oh, okay, ignore it, or would you go off? Like, that's wild to me. And like I say, you let one person walk over you, talk to you like that, everybody's going to be a trickle effect. And you got to cut it right there. Don't let nobody talk to you crazy. But like I said, review, like, comment. I'm going to do another video very soon. Like I said, this is my first page. You send it out, subscribe, and I will do the same back to you. Writing comments and reviews. That's what's going to keep it. That's what's going to keep it. That's my Kodak Black. Ay. But yes, please, and y'all have a good night. Please leave me comments so we could talk about this. Good night, y'all.